Hi, how are you both today?
Hi, good, you?
Good.
Yeah, good, thank you. So how did your roles come about for the film?
Well,
we started off,
yeah.
I sent off a couple of tapes to the casting director when I first read the script, and I got the book, loved it. And then once they reviewed them, then I sent it off to Marty to see personally. When he filtered it down to the last two people up for Hugo and Isabel, he flew us out to New York to do a chemistry read in front of him, which was amazing. It was incredible meeting him. And then a couple of days later, I found out that I got the part.
Basically the same thing. I mean, I heard that Martin Scorsese was making a movie with teenagers, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be a part of this. So basically, I put in a few tapes in which I was completely British in them, and then by the time I got to the chemistry read in New York with Asa, where I first met him, and Marty, I actually convinced Marty into thinking I was a British actress. So, yeah, it went pretty well. And then 2 or 3 days later, they actually called me on a weekend, which never happened, and they told me that I got the part, which was pretty special.
And how was Martin Scorsese to work with?
He's just
incredible.
Amazing. I mean, what can you say? It's Scorsese. It's however you think he's gonna be. He is that way, and he's just so humble and down to earth, and he knows how to get it out of you, and he really pays attention to so much detail as a director.
Your characters developed quite a close relationship by the end of the film. Did you have the same kind of chemistry off screen?
Yeah,
we got on
really
well.
good friends, definitely.
And I think that did really play through on screen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every chance we had, we were playing FIFA or Call of Duty or something, or I guess you call it football. You guys would call it football, but we played soccer and stuff too. In our 1930s garb. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was the funniest part, is we'd be playing PS3 in our 1930s garb, and we're like, this is not okay. This is just not right.
And your character, Isabel, has a thirst for adventure. Is that something you can both relate to? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's actually one of the parts that I've really ever played that is really a lot like me in a way, that I can really relate to Isabel in a way, because I'm very adventurous and spontaneous, and I love having an adventure, being able to fly to London and do all this. It's like one gigantic adventure. So I'm definitely a lot like Isabel in a way.
I'm a lot like Hugo, but very different, because Hugo's had to grow up so much faster than anyone else his age should have. He's an orphan, and his life has just been so much harder than mine, and so it's quite difficult relating to him, but I sort of almost had to come up with a false past for him, which was similar to mine, and sort of grow us both up.
You tweeted about going back to school once filming was done. How do you cope with the double life, and how do your friends react to your career?
They're fine with it. In school, I prefer not to talk about it when I'm not filming, and I'm just a normal kid. I do what any other 14-year-old boy does. I play computer games, I read books, I hang out with mates, that sort of thing.
And your character also became quite the magician by the end of the film. Did you pick up any cool tricks?
Yeah, I know a lot through the rehearsal process. I had a magician teach me how to do loads of card tricks. So yeah, I learned quite a lot doing that.
Have you been showing them off at school?
Ish, although I'm a bit rusty.
Okay.
Basically, you can't do them anymore.
I can, but I'm just not as good as I was once.
I'm kidding.
And what's on your Christmas list this year?
My mum asked me that a week ago, and I genuinely have no idea what I want for Christmas.
Me either. I have no idea what I want. I don't clothes, jewelry.
Do you have any New Year resolutions?
New
I
Year's
have no
resolutions.
idea.
No, it's. I'll probably come up with one
I don't know.
on New Year's Eve. I'll probably
Eat
come up with one.
healthier. I eat way too much bad stuff.
And what can we expect for you in 2012?
What do you?
I've got film-wise.
In general, like
I've got lots of scripts. There's one I'm quite excited about, but nothing's confirmed.
okay.
I have Dark Shadows coming out about in May of next year, and then I have about 4 to 5 films lined up for the rest of the year. So one's really highly anticipated.
Yeah, well, it's lovely to meet you both, and
Thank
good
you.
luck with the
Thank
movie,
you.
and we love it. So.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.